What's up, aviators? It's me, Gwyneth, at your service to help you to navigate your challenges with weight and balance, both figuratively and literally. So without further ado, let the learning begin. Of course, before ang lahat, kailangan muna natin alamin kung ano ba yung primary objective ng paggawa natin ng video today. So first and foremost, syempre, to determine what is the meaning and purpose of weight and balance, diba? Syempre, kailangan muna natin alamin kung ano ba yung pinaka-foundation why we should learn the weight and balance of an aircraft, diba? So second is to validate weight and CG limits against operational data. So malalaman natin yan mamaya kung paano siya masasolve. And last but not the least is to calculate variable load distribution. Weight and balance is arguably the most critical and visible factor in aviation. Safe, efficient flight depends on adhering to the manufacturer's certified limits. This system is built on three critical pillars. So the first one is accurate weighing. It refers to physical measuring the aircraft to establish its true empty weight. The second one is meticulous record keeping. AMT must update the baseline data every time equipment is added or removed. Last but not the least, the proper loading. Pilots using that baseline data to ensure passengers' fuel and cargo stay within their safety envelope. Moving forward, let's see kung ano yung isa-solve natin na problem for today's video. Hindi ba kayo na-excite? Let's see kung sasakit ba ulo natin pare-parehas or may magpapa-relief na sa atin na may natutunan ako for today's video. Ganon! Without further ado, let's get started. As you can see, on your screen, nandito na rin yung table na i-solve natin for today. So, nandyan na yung mga items, weight, and arm na kailangan natin for today. So, may mga blanco pa dyan na, syempre, kailangan natin siya i-solve para din natin malaman kung meron na tayong progress with that step 1 of how to solve the weight and balance, diba? So, as you can see sa table right now, may mga kulang pa dyan na numbers. So, paano nga ba natin siya mahahanap? Or saan ba natin siya mahahanap? And you're correct. We can find it sa TCDS. What's TCDS? Do you have any idea? You can comment down below. So correct. So it's Type Certificate Data Sheet. Back to our table. So since alam na natin yung purpose and yung meaning ng TCDS, so gamitin naman natin sa table natin since para may progress na tayo sa pag-solve ng ating problem for today. So, as you can see on your screen, nandyan na yung problem solving na isa-solve natin. And it indicates also the value na ilalagay natin later sa table. Pero for the meantime, ang isa-solve natin ay yung EWCG or the empty weight center of gravity ng isang aircraft. So, for me, ang mas ginagamit ko na method is table method than the formula method kasi mas confident ako to use it. So, kung ano man yung mas confident kayo, kung anong mas alam nyo sa sarili nyo, mas sure kayong yun talaga yung lalabas sa sagot, go for it. Pero ako, I suggest the table method. I can vouch for this table method. So, let's begin. So, himay-himayin natin kung anong meron dito sa ating table. So, we have the I for item, W for weight, A for arm, and M for moment. So we have the NG stands for nose gear and MG for main gear. So ilalagay lang natin dito yung value na nakalagay dito sa problem solving. So naka-indicate na 9,200 si weight ng nose gear while 90 naman si arm. While for main gear we have 26,800 and the arm is 320. To get the moment, ang gagawin mo lang is you have to multiply the weight and the arm since imo-multiply lang naman siya. So, you can do it on your own. So, 9,200 times 90. So, for the moment, we have 828,000. So, for the moment naman ng main gear, so we have 26,800 times natin siya sa 320. So, we have 8,576,000. 576,123. Ang next step na gagawin natin is to get the summation of weight and moment. Kasi, para malaman natin yung CG, ito yung kailangan natin. Yung total ng moment and yung total ng weight. So, for this, i-add lang natin si moment. Since yun yung huli kong na-solve na 8,576,000, ipa-plus natin siya kay 828,000. So, we have 9,404,000. And for the weight naman, we have 9,200 plus 26,800. We have 36,000. So, basically, ito na si empty weight na makikita natin later on sa table. Then, ito na si moment. So, for this, lagyan lang natin ng hate para ma-utilize natin yung space. So, now, i-compute na natin si CG. So, CG is equal to summation of moment over summation of weight. So, we have 9,404,000. And, over natin siya kay 36,000. Sorry sa handwriting, pero, okay. Pwede na yan. And the equal is 261.2 inches. Since CG siya, inches yung unit niya. So, eto na magiging arm natin, or the CG. So, there you have it. Let's move forward na sa table prepper. So, as you can see on the screen, nandito na yung table na look forward natin to solve. So, for this, naka-indicate na din yung item, weight, arm, and moment natin. Naka-label na siya. And naka-color-coded tayo actually. So, bakit tayo naka-color-coded? Kasi, as a learner, mas naiintindihan ko and mas naalala ko kapag iba't ibang kulay yung ginagamit ko. Mas makulay, mas okay siya sa akin. Pero, I think I can apply to it since tinuturuan ko rin naman kayo. So, may color blue and color red. So, for color red, ito na yung mga given and na-solve na natin kanina. So, for example, we have the empty aircraft. So, 36,000 yung weight, 36,000 pounds. Yung arm na 261.2 na CG, and the total moment niya na 9,404,000. Then, si fuel na naka-blue and si oil na naka-blue. Bakit siya naka-blue? Dahil hindi pa siya nako-convert into pounds. So, i-multiply natin siya. So, kailangan nyo lang mag-look back again dun sa problem solving na flash ko kanina. Pero, I will flash it again para mas convenient din sa inyo. So, for the fuel, 6 pounds is equal to 1 gallon. So, times na natin siya sa 6. So, gagamitin na natin is red para yun yung final, diba? So, 1,800. So, the next one is 400 times 6 naman siya. So, magiging 2,400. Then, ito naman, 200 times 6, we have 1,200. So, sa oil naman, iba naman yung conversion niya from gallons to pounds. So, sa oil naman, times 7.5. So, times 7.5. So, equal natin siya sa 450. So, there you have it. Nakuha na natin yung weight na kailangan natin. So, tignan nyo yung TCDS. So, for our fuel, so sa forward tanks, nakalagay dito na 300, let's use the red na din since ito na yung final. So, for fuel na forward tank is 304 positive. Then, for our center, we have 340. Then, for our rear tanks, 374 naman siya. Then, sa oil naman, ang value ng arm niya or makikita siya sa 253. Ayan. And then, paano naman si cargo B, F, and J? Kasi nakalagay dito nakalagay kasi dito sa TCDS, may dalawang number siya. So, lagay natin dito para mas visible and convenient din sa inyo. So, 128 to 194. Then, for our letter F, compartment F, 358 and 2, 440. And for the last one, we have compartment J, we have 615 to 704. So, paano natin siya gagawin? It's just simple. Kukunin natin yung mean nila or the midpoint. So, we just have to add natin yung dalawang number, then divide natin siya sa 2. So, 128. So, get your calculator again. Then, 128 plus 194 is equal to 322. Yan yung magiging arm ni compartment P. Then, for compartment F, 358 plus 440 is equal to 399. And last but not the least, compartment J. So, 615 plus 704 divided by 2, 659.5. So, there you have it. Kompleto na yung arm natin. So, na-overlook pala natin yung sa crew, pilot. So, makikita natin dito na 80 ng pilot and the co-pilot na nasa 80 siya. So, there you have it. Kompleto na yung weight and arm natin. So, the next step is to solve naman yung moment. So, get again your calculator. Let's solve it together. So, 360 times 80, we have 28,800. The next one, we have 1,800 times 304, 547,200. Then for our center tank, let's multiply 2,400 times 340. We will get the 816,000. For our rear tank, 1,200 times 374, we will get 448,800. Then, for our oil, 450 times 253, we will get 113,850. And then, here na sa mga compartment P, F, and J. So, 1,785 times 322, we have 574,770. Next one, we have 4,325 times 399. We will get 1,725,675. And last but not the least, compartment J, 2,675 times 659.5. We will get 1,700,064 and 162.5. There you have it. Kompleto na natin yung table. So, ano yung next step natin? Next step natin is to get the CG. So, as you can see, yung total na nakuha natin for weight is 50,995 pounds. So, for our moment, ang nakuha naman natin ay 15 million and 422,000 and 457.5 pounds each. So, syempre, ang next step na gagawin natin is to get the CG. So, ang formula ng CG ay summation of M over summation of W. Yun lang yung total ng In mathematical term, yun lang yung total ng weight and ng moment. So, let's input summation of M 15,422,000 and 457.5. Okay, let's remove this and over natin siya sa summation ng weight, which is 50,995. So, we will get the CG ng 302.43077 inches. So, yun yung CG. Simple words, it's better to use 6 decimal places while you're still solving, then you will use the 2 decimal places on your final answer. Since nasa processing pa rin tayo ng solving, ganito pa rin siya kahaba. Now, we move forward sa weight shift calculations natin. So, as you can see on your screen, nandito yung mga values na kakailanganin natin. So, we have the big W for total weight, the CG, the small w for weight shifted. So, lagyan na rin natin ng label para later hindi din tayo malilito. Weight shifted. So, weight shifted, ito yung karga na ililipat natin to other compartments. So, for this case, 2,000 yung ililipat natin. Then, from cargo B to cargo J. So sa cargo B, which is sa forward, dun yung mabigat. Kaya tayo magkakaroon ng weight shift. And yung station is 349. Ayun yung kailangan natin. And also, syempre dun sa paglilipatan natin, which is 659.5. Yan yung mga values na kakailangan natin for weight shift calculation. So, first, yung distance shifted natin. Paano natin siya i-calculate? Paano natin mahahanap yun? So, we just have to subtract yung arm ng cargo J sa cargo B. So, D is equal to cargo J minus cargo B. So, syempre, input natin yung values nila. So, si cargo J, 659.5 minus natin siya sa 349.0. Since distance siya, matik na siyang inches. So, hindi na natin siya lalagyan natin inches dito. So, yung total na nakuha natin ay 310.5 inches. So, lagyan natin ng marker. So, for the next step, ay yung delta CG. Ito yung sign ng delta. So, yun yung change in CG. So, happyawan muna natin yung naka-formula ng weight shift, which is itong nakikita niyo. Itong nasa yellow box. Kasi, so, ito, as I mentioned earlier, yung W na maliit is weight shifted. The big W is the total weight. The delta CG, then yung D is yan na yung distance shifted naman. So, parang, ito si weight, and then ito si distance shifted. So, sila yung partners in crime. You know. So, ako, personally, hindi ako nahihirapan when it comes to derivation. So, personally, hindi ako nahihirapan mag-derive ng formula. So, kahit mawala man si W, big W, or si small w, si letter D, alam ko kung paano siya, pero alam ko kung paano siya kunin. It's just simple talaga. For me, mas madali if kino-cross out ko. So, for example, yan, nawawala si weight shifted. We can just cross multiply. So, for example, nawawala si W. So, we just have to cross multiply lang. Then, sila na magkasama. Tapos, over na siya sa D. Matic na yan. Pero in this case, ang nawawala ay si delta CG. So, paano yung magiging
formula niya. Ganun lang din. Siyempre, mag-partner yung mag-cross. Then, yung nahiwala, yun yung nasa ilalim. Which is, ito na yung magiging formula natin for today's video. So, the weight shifted times sa distance shifted over sa total weight. So, lagay natin yung values niya. So, si weight shifted is yung 2,000 pounds na nilagay natin kanina. Times natin siya sa distance, which is ito yung nakuha natin, 310.5 inch. Siyempre, over natin siya sa total weight na 50,995 pounds. Siyempre, weight yun eh. And, ang makukuha natin ay, you can have your calculator din para magsabay tayo ng face and para maging muscle memory na lang tong pagsasolve sa atin, di ba? Parang gusto mo yun, may improvement ka sa sarili mo. Pero yan, like, nakaka-satisfy na naman siya at some point. Kaya, practice, I believe na practice does not make you perfect. It makes you better person lang. Ganun. Like, magkakaroon ka talaga ng improvement when you always practice this thing, diba? So, ang nakukuha natin ay 12.77664 inch. Kahit kasamatic naman ng CG is inch. Pero, pag gantong mga scenario, palagi ko talagang nagka-cancel ng ganyan. Para alam ko na kung ano ba talaga yung hinahanap ko. So, for this case, ayan, dahil CG siya, inch yung unit niya. And last but not the least, yung new CG station. So, paano ba natin siya makukuha? Again, it's just simple. Opposite naman siya ni distance shifted. So, since subtraction si distance shifted, si new CG naman ay addition. So, new CG is equal to OGCG plus delta CG. Diba? Just simple lang. OG, ibig sabihin yun yung original na CG natin, which is provided na dito. So, lagyan natin 302.430,778. Am I correct? 0778. Okay. Then, plus natin kung ano yung nakuha natin here, which is 12.177664 inches. So, ang total na makukuha natin ay, again, you can get your calculator para sabay tayo ng face. And walang mahuhuli and walang mauuna. 12.177664. We have 314.60842 inches. So, pwede na natin actually siyang gawing 314.61 inch. Ayan. At dahil dyan, legal na to dahil pasok na siya sa forward limit. Dahil nasa likod lang siya ng forward limit, which is yung 313.4. Pro tip sa cargo distribution. So, first strategy na pwede natin i-consider is yung flexibility. Ito yung pagdagdag natin ng compartment, which is yung ginawa ko. Katulad ng pagdagdag ko ng compartment H na may arm na 491.25 at compartment I na may arm na 578.75. Ito yung nagbibigay ng more options kasi kung puno na yung compartment J na may maximum limit, pwede natin siyang lagyan ng pwede pa natin siyang lagyan ng karga sa likod. Second tip is efficiency. Remember, the distance is the key.
Mas malayo ang compartment na paglilipatan, mas malaking arm. It means mas kaunting timbang lang ang kailangan buhatin o ilipat para makuha ang parehang epekto ng CG. Mas tipid to sa oras at pagod ng mga ground crew. And last, capacity and structural limits. Lagi natin i-check ang structural limit ng bawat compartment bago mag-shift. For example, kahit kailangan mo ng malaking shift, huwag lalagpas sa 2,800 pounds sa compartment J para hindi masira yung floor structure ng aircraft.
Now, my question is, do you think na pasok ito sa CG range? And paano mo malalaman na pasok ito sa range? To answer your question is just simple. Kay TCDS. You just have to go back kay TCDS. Then look for the CG range. Then malalaman mo na kung pasok ba siya or hindi. In this case, ang CG natin is 302.430778, which means lower siya sa CG range na provided ni manufacturer kasi ang forward limit na above 40,000 pounds is 313.4 inches, while for the rearward limit, ang provide is 324.4 inches. With this, ano kaya ang meaning niya? Do you have any idea? You can comment down below. So, it means our calculated CG is out of limits. It is too far forward. The nose is too heavy. So, to be within the legal flight envelope, our CG must be between 313.4 and 324.4 inches. Additionally, our total weight of 50,995 pounds exceeds the maximum takeoff weight of 50,100 pounds allowed under standard reinforcement notes. At dahil dyan, let's figure out together kung anong gagawin natin. To bring the aircraft back within the legal and safe operating limits, you must address two separate issues. The first one is total weight, which is too high or overweight, and the second one is the center of gravity, which is too far forward. Since the aircraft is currently nose heavy and overweight, the most effective solution is to remove or shift weight from the forward sections to the rear sections. So, ang number 1 na gagawin natin is to reduce the total weight since ang calculated na current weight natin na meron tayo ngayon is 50,995. Since nabanggit natin kanina na nose is too heavy, kaya mag-remove tayo ng cargo from forward or center compartments. So, saan natin siya ililipat? So, for any weight above 40,000 pounds, our CG must be between 313.4 and station 324.4. Our current CG is 302.430078 inches, which is nearly 10 inches too far forward. To fix this while keeping some weight in compartment B, we can follow this distribution strategy. So the first one is to decrease compartment F. Since this compartment is currently very heavy at 4,235 pounds, so we can utilize the rear compartments, so we must move that weight to the back of the aircraft where the arms are larger, which is the compartment J. So ang maximum capacity naman is 2,800 pounds at an arm of 659.5. Sa compartment I naman, ang maximum capacity is 3,100 pounds at an arm of 578.75. And the last but not the least, the compartment H, the maximum capacity is 5,200 pounds at an arm of 491.25. So let's utilize the other compartments para hindi na sumakit yung ulo natin kung paano natin siya isa-solve.
Here's the updated version ng table natin. So, nadagdagan siya ng compartment H and compartment I. And also, nagbago din yung weight ng compartment B, F, and J dahil nag-adjust nga tayo, dahil gumamit nga tayo ng other compartments para hindi na rin tayo mahirapan dahil ba't natin papahirapan ang mga sarili natin, right? So, here you go. So, input natin kung ano yung mga values, yung mga bagong values. So, for compartment B, ang gagawin natin ay 200. Magiging 200 pounds siya. Okay, adjust natin. Adjust natin siya. Yan. And then, for compartment F, magiging 1,000 siya. 1K. Then, for compartment H, we have 790. Like, distributed talaga siya para hindi nga siya kakalito. For compartment I, we have 3,100. And last but not least, compartment J, we have 2,800. Same process, pero nalagdagan lang siya. So, for 322. For compartment F, 399. Compartment H, we have 491.25. Compartment I, 578.75. And last but not least, for compartment J, list natin siya. And for compartment J, 659.5. There you go. Siyempre, kailangan pa rin natin siya i-complete. So, by solving new moment, again, it's just multiplying the weight and the arm. So, for compartment B, meron tayong 64,400. Next one, 399,000. For compartment H, we have 388,088. Then for compartment I, 1,794,125. And for the last one, we have 1,846,600. There you go. Kompleto na natin yung table and you can screenshot it para may reference kayo for our next step. So, ito yung kanina nating CG. Hatiin natin ulit yung space. I-utilize natin yung space. So, same process pa rin. So, get natin yung total weight. So, ang total weight na natin is 50,100 pounds. While sa moment naman, nakakuha tayo ng 15,850,063 pounds inch. So, same process. Let's get the CG. Summation of M over summation of W. So, let's input the value, 15,850,000 and 63 over 50,100. So, makukuha natin ay 316.37 inches. This is our new CG.
So, to verify our computation, so may tatlo akong question. So, for our first question, is weight legal? And the answer is yes, kasi 50,100 pounds na yung total weight natin. Which is nakalagay naman sa TCDS natin is less than or equal to 50,100 pounds. And equal tayo sa 50,100 pounds. So, pasok na yung weight natin. And for the second question, is our CG legal? And the answer is yes na yes! Since ang CG range natin is 316.368513, which lands sa between ng 313.4 and 324.4. And last but not the least, are floor loads legal? And the answer is yes, since lahat ng compartments na na-solve natin is pasok sa limits na binigay ni TCDS. Since our table is now at ease, we can now move forward to verifying our percent of mean aerodynamic chord. So first, syempre, paano natin siya mahahanap kung wala tayong mga constants na gagamitin for this formula? So first one is si MAC, si mean aerodynamic chord, na makikita din natin sa TCDS. So basically, si TCDS yung naging partner in crime natin to solve this problem. So the next one is si LEMAC, sa leading edge mean aerodynamic chord naman.
So, makikita din siya sa TCDS.
So, according sa TCDS na meron tayo, ang Mach natin ay 164.25 inches. While ang Lemac naman natin is station 275.61. Well, syempre, include na rin natin yung legal CG natin. Legal CG. Which is 316.368513 inches. So, ano nga ba ang formula na ginagamit for percent Mach? So, ano nga ba yung formula na ginagamit for percent Mach formula? So, here you go. Percent Mach is equal to CG minus Lemac over Mach times 100. Pero, ginagawa ko sa calcu, nilalagyan ko pa rin ng ganito para hindi ako nalilito. And, at some point, meron akong doubt na baka maiba yung sagot. So, nilalagyan ko na lang ng ganyan. Then, input natin yung Mach, yung Lemac, and yung legal CG natin. So, yung CG muna, which is 316.368513 minus Lemac natin is 275.661. And then, over natin siya sa Mach natin, which is 164.25 inches. Then, ito times natin siya sa 100. So, for faster na calculation, pwede niyo na itong i-direct na ganito. Kasi yung iba, kinukuha muna yung ito, tapos tsaka ito times 100. Pero for me, since meron na nga akong parentheses, hindi na ako nalilito kung paano siya i-solve. So, makukuha natin ay 24.8149.24. So, ito yung magiging percent Mach natin.
At malapit na tayo sa exciting part! The last step is verification. Now we can compare our result to the legal limits listed in the TCDS. So, for the first one, the forward limit. Yung weights ng 40,000 pounds below, 23% Mach. Tapos yung station is 313.4. While sa rearward limit naman ay 29.7 yung Mach at station 324.4. While yung computed value natin na Mach is 24.82% na perfectly legal and safe. It sits comfortable in the middle of allowable flight envelope, providing good stability and elevator control for the aircraft. Congratulations at survived mo ang weight and balance subject! And with that, let me end this with a quotation. According to Eddie Rickenbacker, aviation is a proof that the given we will have the capacity to achieve the impossible. And hopefully this video is proof that I have the capacity to achieve the impossible. I hope you learned something from me. Again, this is Guneth. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.